It's my junior year of college. We have our first tournament of the season. Drive down to New York. We have to wrestle Purdue, Citadel, and Nebraska. Nebraska being obviously the toughest of the three. End up winning the first two matches fairly easy, and now I'm wrestling this kid from Nebraska. He is top 10 kid in the country, and I've had some good wins in the past, but it definitely would be my biggest win to the point of my career. I end up being down the entire match, and then right at the end, I sneak a takedown and end up winning. Going forwards, I go on a winning streak. I'm beating all these great wrestlers. I get ranked in the top 20. I think the highest I was ranked that year might have been 15 or 14. And then I go and wrestle at what's called the Keystone Classic. It's a tournament that University of Pennsylvania holds every year. And we're right next to University of Pennsylvania, so we always attend. I'm smoking everybody up to the tournament. I get to the finals, and who do I got in the finals? Two-time national champ from Penn State. And the year before, I actually had a decent match with the kid. It was 7-10. I got a couple takedowns. But I think he was a little maybe upset about that match or something like that, because he picked me up and slammed me on the floor and tore my MCL. And funny thing is, normally in the past when I got hurt, I would just bow out and stop the match. But I was like, no, I'm gonna tough through the match. But I was about to get teched, so at that point I was like, all right, I can't wrestle anymore. But I was really devastated though, because I was having such a great season. I started off with beating these All-Americans, getting ranked, and then I'm like, dang, my season's over. Anytime I get injured, I always think the worst thoughts. My season's over. I'm never gonna be, never accomplish my goals. This was my year, etc. Month and a half later, coming back and going undefeated actually all the way into conferences. I get seeded number 1. So really the only match I lost was that match in the finals of the tournament. Don't have a great tournament given I was seeded first, but I do qualify for my first national tournament. Go out there. Don't have my first national tournament was not a great performance. First match, I'm actually up 1-0 all the way to the last 30 seconds. Got a guy from Ohio State, and I get taken down the last 30 seconds of the match. And the second match, I lose 2-1 or something like that. But, that story happened to me several times in my career. Things are going great, boom, get injured, think my life's over, think my career's over. And then I end up having, a great season still, or things end up turning out the right way. Sometimes it takes a couple years, sometimes it takes 1 year, sometimes it takes a couple months. So if you're ever dealing with an injury or something that's causing you to not be able to compete anymore, you're going to get through it. It may not be the way you think it's going to happen, but 5-10 years down the line, you're going to look back and you're going to see why things happen the way they did.